Ladies and gentlemen, today we got the losers bracket. Both of us losers, me and AnoChad, semi-finals. Well, actually, no, it's the loser bracket. It's a loser bracket finals, but it's technically the semi-finals, I guess, kind of thing. So whoever wins this goes on to play against Marine Lord. And you know, I did practice some games against AnoChad. I felt pretty confident. I felt like that I was going to win. Like, I thought it's gonna be like a 4-2 with a potential of 4-3, but I was pretty confident I was gonna win for a couple of reasons. Just because one is like I'm in good shape, but second, AnoChad's, I actually don't know, but I think his best placement was like top 8 or top 12 or something in a tournament before. So right now we're in top 3. So I felt like, you know, inexperience, maybe pressure is gonna get to him. I don't know if he felt like he was affected by that, so I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I felt like just on the experience, and you know, especially if you're like lose the first game, you're like, uh-oh, you know, you start getting nervous and stuff like that. So I felt like the first game is very important against him, and that if I win the first game, it's gonna set a really good tempo. A lot of players actually pick their strongest or like top civs in the first game, because they, I mean, I guess they just want to like get a good start. So he picked Byzantines, which I knew he plays quite a bit, and I went with JD. This is a pick that I mentioned previously that I feel like a lot of people underestimated quite a bit. So basically, I had the option of like, this was the draft, right? And the game 1 was Cliffside. So I had the option of like China, Delhi, which he probably thought I was going to pick one of these two. And I went with JD. So I kind of wanted to surprise him a little bit, to, you know, make him uncomfortable, to make him play against something that maybe he's not used to as much as some of the other civs, because he's probably not played JD versus Biz as much as he's played Biz versus China or Biz versus Delhi. And I felt that once we drew the civs, and once I saw it's Byzantine versus JD, I was actually pretty confident in this matchup. I have practiced versus Byzantine with French and JD a lot, so I felt like if I win this game, it's like extreme advantage, because I knew that a lot of people underestimate JD. So from his point of view, right, if he thinks that Byzantine is very strong, like a top civ, which it is, and then he plays against a civ that he doesn't think is good, and he loses, that's gonna be very bad, like, for his mental state, right? So, and I was like, even if I lose JD against Biz, like, it's not a big deal. I still have China and Delhi, so, you know, we move on, right? So that was kind of my thought process going into it. So I didn't really have any, like, I wasn't nervous. I was like, oh shit, I gotta win. You know, I had no pressure. And I just wanted to put as much pressure on him as possible to try kind of set the tempo. So I scouted the spawn, by the way. I can't see. But I scouted the spawn, and I saw he has back gold, back berries. And I was like, okay, well, that's fucking great. So I usually open with a knight, but because this was the setup and I saw him building tower, I just skipped the knight completely, because, like, what am I gonna attack here? You know, maybe I can call some idle time, but I was like, you know what, I'll just go faster scout production, so that I can just pro scout more, basically. So I just went for that. He's already got limited A, so he's trying to stop it. JD is up. Now, this is another thing that I feel like if you haven't practiced against JD, you probably are like, you don't think about this, right? Like, it's obvious, but you don't think about it. So when you play against any civ, you can put like one limited A here, one limited A here, one limited A here, and you can deny the pro scouting, right? But against JD, you can't do that, because JD can just push away the limited A. So I don't even need archer range. I can just push away the spearman immediately. Which, again, if you haven't practiced against it and actually know that, you won't maybe think about it. So I went for the far deer because I saw his scout was here. And I immediately picked up 5 deer, which this is already like really good. Like the fact that he is pushing the deer and not trying to prevent them is already really, really good for me. I'm getting archers. I got my knight out, which I think I take quite a bit of damage on this knight, so I kind of prepare good. But I got 5 scouts pro scouting, so that's really nice. And yeah, I pick up his 3 deer. So right now I took 3 deer from here, and I took 3 deer from here. So I took 6 from his side, which is almost a full deer pack, which means that I'm going to be on 3 deer packs, which is really good. Like that's the... If you get 2, it's like, okay, that's good. But if you get 3 or even 4, that's very, very good, and it gives you a crap ton of food. So from here on out, in a little bit, I saw that he was going for the age up. Like this was my vision. So if you rush castle like with no units, you're gonna die. Like if he made like 3 limited and age up, he's dead. Okay. So this is very popular style. This is a style that Wham uses actually quite a bit. Which is just like make 10, 12 limited A, or 10 to 15, I guess. 2 sets of javelin throwers, and then you age up. And that's what he was doing. So I think here I see it. 5 on gold. He loses a villager, and I was like, okay, let's go. Good pickoff. We killed 2 limited A here. So I knew that he's trying to age up, because that's, you know, that's how that works. So I went with +1 range attack, and I want to push as he's about to age up or as he's aging up. That's like the perfect timing. Because when opponent starts aging up, or as they're aging up, they just spent 1,800 resources for the age up. So that means you're 1,800 resources ahead in units or military upgrades or upgrades in general, right? Oh yeah, the routine. I'll tell you after this game. Thank you for reminding me. So he's aging up now, and this is my basically queue to go. He beast rallies some javelins here. He ends up losing 1. Not a biggest deal, but you know, every little bit helps. So now I know he's aging up. Like, for sure, because he has 7-8 on gold. I prepare a little bit. I lose 2 archers here. I'm harassing in the back. I sent this knight like 3 times in the back, causing idle time on the berries. I'm waiting for +1 ranged armor to like fully dive. So as long as he doesn't finish his upgrades, this is all like one big timing, right? So my +1 ranged armor finishes. I'm waiting for it. It finishes. And this is like I said, this is the timing. He doesn't have upgrades. He has less units. He's not producing cataphracts. He's not producing Varangian guards. So this is like the peak army I'm going to have compared to him. So I dive in. I just go all out. JD's getting some abilities in there. So this is the funny thing. And this is very JD specific. So people might think like, oh, I'm wasting my whole army. So I'm trading army because he's about to have it upgraded. So if I trade the army now, that means that when he upgrades, he's not going to get as much value, but also JD is getting experience, which is very big. So now we trade out. I killed all limited A, and I kill a couple of javelin throwers. Still idle on gold, by the way. And in the back, behind it, I can slowly go for age up 2 now, because I put in the, like, he can't counterattack with just javelins. He's just gonna die. But if I didn't attack there, I could have died like 30 seconds from now, because he would have everything upgraded. So timings like that are very important. So now he wants gold, obviously. So I'm just gonna deny that. I kill another unit there. I'm getting siege engineering. Another villager goes down. So 7 villagers killed, which is very, very good. Knight in the back. Oh, gets popped. Oh yeah, he had cataphract across the map, but I had knights to defend, so it was fine. And now I can look for some kind of age up. I'm ahead in workers, right? I have consecration. It's very important to keep JD alive because of consecration. It reduces the food cost of units in the buildings by 25%. So even though, let's say even if we're even economy, I produce units cheaper Obviously, Byzantine has cisterns, but, you know, this is a different kind of bonus. So right now, the game is not, like, over for him or anything. Like, I think I set myself up for good timing. But it's not over or anything like that. He has no upgrades, which is why the army is so close. Like, he's fully committing to army. And that's something that I've noticed a lot of players do. They actually skip their eco upgrades quite a bit. And for a while I thought, like, maybe I'm, look at this timing. For a while I thought, like, maybe I'm wrong, because if everyone's skipping them, maybe I should as well. But I like getting my eco upgrades early. To just get value from them, you know? So now I'm pushing in, all my upgrades finished, veteran knights, veteran archers are about to complete. So now I kind of want to start pushing and start doing something, because the longer the game goes, first of all, he has golden horn tower, which is making free units. He's got cisterns for increased gather rates. You know, his army is obviously very strong, so I do want to fight at a point. My JD hit level 3. And Royal Bloodlines, like I said, is online, so it's looking pretty good. This is something I could have gotten earlier, because it reduces the wood and gold cost of your units from consecration as well. But I think I forgot for a little bit. So here, look at them javelins doing damage. So here I'm denying gold. He had a very unfortunate gold for me. He had like another back gold. I mean, this whole spawn was like super fucking unfortunate. So I had 2 back golds, right? But in this matchup, Biz is not going to be the aggressor, so it doesn't really matter if my golds are in the back. Like, the only harassment he did was like with 1 limit and 1 cataphract. You know, if that was here, it wouldn't have changed anything. But he had like semi back gold, back berries, back landmark, back another berries, and then another back gold. So it was very hard to push into this kind of position and situation. Is Royal Institute better than Guildhall? So I do Royal Institute when I feel like I can finish the game, or at least get a big advantage from it. So if the game is very even and not much has happened, I would probably go Guildhall. But like, if I feel like I did some damage, then yeah. So he's trying to do some harassment with Cataphract. I go around here. He misses my army. Now this was, I don't know. As I was going here, I was considering just running through here. But I don't know. Maybe I should have. I'm not sure. But basically, I am rallying now here forward. I'm trying to connect my units, but I can't break the wall in time, so I have to fight. And his army is basically limited to javelin and camel riders. So my archers can do a lot of damage, but also his javelins can mow down my archers. So I kill all the camels. I kill 4, and I think I target fire the last one, yeah. So I kill all the camels, which is pretty nice. And at the same time, I push the front. So he starts losing workers. He loses 3 workers. He's got idle here, idle, like everything is, his whole economy is idle right now. So even though this was it was a bad move to get stuck here, I kind of made the most out of it, which is I killed 5 workers now, and I caused idle on like 20, was it 26 I just saw there? 26 workers. So it was a bad move by me, but like I said, I kind of made the most out of it.
A Beasty win, best anniversary gift.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. So now, I'm in a very good spot. Like right now, I feel like I'm chilling because, or not very good spot. It's still a good spot, not a very good spot. Let's not oversell it. The reason why it's a good spot is because I know I killed more workers. That's number 1. Number 2, his farm transition is not fully there. But also my JD is slowly leveling. Okay? Slowly leveling. And his army comp is good against what I have, But realistically, you want to have some Varangian guards, like probably like a 1 Varangian guard for every 3 limited aid, just to fuck up the archer damage. And then he needed crossbows, but he doesn't have crossbows because his economy is in shambles. So this is one of those things where the game looks even because of the, like, oh, he has more army. Well, yeah, but it's about the quality of the army, right? It's not just about numbers, it's about what you actually have. Army value here is bugged, by the way, just so you guys know, because the mercenaries, like, apparently don't count or something. I don't know. But these are 19 knights with royal bloodlines. So it's like 19 knights against 25 limited A is not a good fight for limited A. Okay. So here he goes for a counter push. And this is a disaster, by the way, that's about to happen. So he goes for a counter push, and I see, like, he is just pure limited A and javelins. So I'm like, I'm just gonna transition to mass men-at-arms, because he has no... I don't know if I even saw archer ranges. Yeah, he has no archer ranges. So I was like, I'll just go mass men-at-arms. So watch this.
Love you, King. Keep the fun content up.
So he pushes middle, and I completely fucking miss this. I lose 20 workers here. I lose every single one of them. So he goes for a push here. Doing some microing, archers are farming. JD comes from the back. Little Q right there. Boom! Headshot. Boom! Headshot. She survives, and I'm getting experience, which is very, very good. And if you look... Oh yeah, I lose all these workers, by the way. Literally all of them. And my JD is halfway. Which, halfway might seem like, oh, it's like, I'm about to level up. But halfway to 4 is like, it takes a while. So I was like, okay, we gotta keep fighting. And I think this is where I saw, because I saw that I have 0 workers on gold. So I was like, what the fuck? And I look here, and I saw this, and I was like, oh god. And I was like, that's not good. I'm transitioning to farms. It's fine, you're 34-year-old? Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, I can't see everything. You know, I'm old. That's why I'm wearing glasses. I'm old and blind. So here I went men-at-arms, because I felt like it'd be pretty good against what he had. I actually should have maybe gone for just Jean's champions. They're so expensive, man. Like, 120 food? That's so much, I feel like. Like, I don't know, it's just so expensive, it feels like. Like, men-at-arms are what, 75? 75.20? These are 120.40. And yeah, I forgot to get this, by the way. So click that way. So now, we're going in. Now, his gold in the back is gonna run out eventually, and I think the next big struggle he would probably have is securing the golds. But because I lost 20 workers, I kind of have to do something. I kind of have to do something, right? So I'm just pushing here. And maybe this looks like I'm not doing anything. I'm actually like trading really well. Even with this mangonel tower, I'm trading really well. And most importantly, I'm farming XP right now. Like, I'm farming XP like badly here. Like, I'm just leveling up. Like, the crossbows are doing so much work. The range units are spread. So the mango tower is actually shooting at the knights, but it's missing. You can see a lot of the shots because knights move fast. So, yeah, doing some raids in the back. 21 workers killed total. And I was like, let's just push here because, you know, this is where his farms are. So if I manage to idle this, it's going to be very good. He's got farms in the back. I'm making some rams. My knights are healing up. And now, like I said, I kind of need to commit because I lost 20 workers. So I kind of have to do something pretty quickly, right? I cannot just stay back. But I also like knew that my army count is looking pretty good. So I was like, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby! That mangonel tower hit me. So now we go in, and I think JD is like 200 XP from leveling or something. And you get 24 XP per camel, by the way. So you get a shit ton of XP for camel. The men-at-arms now have no counter. Because they're fighting camels, horsemen, and limited. So look at the men-at-arms are just fucking tanking everything. The crossbows are mowing down. And now JD levels. And now she has a cannon attack. So she's like a bombard now. So the tower goes down immediately. I also activated the ultimate. Valorous Inspiration. Why doesn't that show? No, I activated it earlier. That was bugged. It's already expired. It just showed now. Oh, maybe the cooldown only starts when it ends. That's probably why. So yeah, right now, he loses everything. And JD level 4 is like... she's a problem. I mean... like, I can go around and fucking one-shot workers. You know. And she's got 600 HP, so... yeah. So yeah, after this game, I felt like... I felt like really, really good. Because I knew that he would probably be like, oh shit, kind of thing. Then we had 4 lakes. So this was a win. And now he picked 4 lakes. He lost Biz to JD. So he actually took Japanese AnoChad. Now, I feel like this was a mistake. Because I did the same thing against Marine Lord and Vortex. But against Marine Lord and Vortex, there were more water maps. There was only one water map here, which was 4 lakes. So I feel like he took OTD and Japanese with only one water map, and then he tried like hard to block me from taking it, but I didn't really put any priority on it. So I was like, I mean, even if he picks 4 lakes and I lose, I have 3 civs for land maps: China, Delhi, JD, potentially Ayubit on some maps. So I felt like even if he picks 4 lakes, I'll just lose and we just move on, you know. So I picked Abbasid.
Beasty!
Welcome to Thanks for 5 gift, brother. Thank you. So I picked Abbasid and
Beasty! Beasty!
yeah, I did not like how I play this. Let me just go with that.
Beasty! Beasty!
I thought the timings would work out fine. But there's one interesting thing that happened that basically lost the game.
Beasty!
Or won him the game, lost me the game. So
Beasty! Beasty!
So this one I knew I was like behind and at a disadvantage because Japanese here is like super strong, and Abbasid is, it's playable, but I don't, it's not very good against Japanese. So I scout this in a little bit and I make another dock. So see, I see this and I'm like, okay, we're fighting, I'm making a thing. So this is the interesting thing. This is a 50-50. Okay. I need to make boats. Okay. I need to make boats. Shinobi is coming. I see it. Do I make the boat here? Or do I make the boat here? Now, here makes more sense. Right? But because it makes more sense, he can also skip this dock and disable the second one. So I actually was thinking like, which one do I make it out of? I was like, do I do this one or this one? And I was like, okay, I'll make it out of the second one. So I start making Bagla from the second one, and this little shit is, and I'm like, yeah, disable that one, sabotage that one, sabotage it. And that's literally game over. And it was at this moment I knew the game is over. So I was like, alright, well, it is what it is. Because, look, watch this. This is what happens. 9 seconds. If this guy either disable this, Bagla comes out. I prevent this. I keep fishing. Second shinobi comes. I can shoot it with Bagla. And then I can double produce ships. He has one dock. So I'll push him back. But because he disabled the correct one, now like more shinobis are just coming. And my fishing is like getting fucked, right? And more like my Bagla comes out. So I produce out of this one. I'm producing dough out of that one. And I'm just like trying to get my shit in order, right? But there's so many shinobis now. Look, this one's about to disable again. This one's getting disabled again because there's three shinobis now. And I'm just like, fuck it. That's literally me. I was reeing in the middle of the game. Look, both docks are just fucking not working. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, because he was so close. And I was like, I'm just gonna skip production buildings. And, well, that did not work out, as you can see. Like, look, it's so... it comes out. I shoot! I hit! But all my fishing is gone. The dock goes down. And, I mean, that's game over, right? I'm cooked. 39 against 32. So I was like, ah, fuck it. I'll just age up, and I'll just mass units and hope it works. That was my plan. So here, I'm like trying to do something, but it's like... I'm trying to take the place back. I do some extreme micring here. Look at that. Woo! Yo, getting outplayed by Grandpa in a 10. Sheesh. Oh my god, it's a destruction. But it doesn't matter because I lost all the fishing ships, so kick W. So now I was like, okay, let's just press knights and hope... like, the only chance I had is, like, to idle his gold, and then I just mass units into it, but I knew I was, like, far, far behind already. So, yeah. It is what it is. So I'm trying to get some relics as well. I'm trying to get some crossbows. Now the problem is, like, the comp ain't the issue. The issue is just the income. And even though I have more army now, it's like I can't really do anything with it, right? Like, I can't kill his workers because he got mounted samurai. I can't harass anywhere. I mean, I could, but then it's like you lose risking even more units. So I started remaking ships now because I was like, okay, well that's not gonna work. So I started remaking ships now, or fishing ships, but yeah, obviously it's too late. Like, he has 6 fishing ships here, and he's got a bajillion more here. So it's like, well, you can see it in the work account, right? And he's got both goals here. And yeah, from here on out, I mean, I was like, okay, let me destroy that dock at least with a little ram. So right now my army is better, but the longer this game goes, it's like the worse and worse. Maybe I should have just like insta-second TC'd when I aged up, but it's one of those things where it's like, you have a choice. Either you're gonna insta-TC and refish and just defend and hope he doesn't go all out and maybe you hold and survive, or you go all out on units and hope to do some damage to make the game even, right? And I mean, those are the only 2 options you have, and I went for... Wow, I missed this one. I went with, let's just make units. Didn't manage to do any damage, so I was like, alright, well, this ain't looking good. Then I fucking forget these knights, so I lose like 7 knights. So I was like, alright, cool. Yep. That's good stuff. And then this fucking ship here, being a little turd. Yeah. And now you can see the difference in income. You can see it slowly getting absurd, and also his unit count is about to like pop off. So I actually saw the transition to own a Bugattis, and I was actually trying to transition to Gulams because Gulams fucking butchered him. But yeah, like my eco is just not good enough. I mean, also he has 35. I'm making the first Gulams, you know, so I am pretty far behind on unit comp. Like I have unit comp to counter these two. I have nothing against this, literally, like nothing. So. What's up, GG Dog? What's up, GG Dog? My name is GG. GG Dog. Look at GG Dog. He's such a cute little dog. And then he attacks me and butchers me. And I was like, okay, well, again, it's one of those where it's like, because after the 4th game you redraft in a best of 7, I would rather have 3 good civs for land maps than have a 50-50 chance, right? I was like, okay, we lose that, we go on to the next one. And the next one is Order of the Dragon versus China. And oh boy, did I cook this guy. Hey, where are you, Anaton, you little shit? You read me like a book, you said earlier? I read you like a Reddit post. That's also a book. How about that? Thank you. A Kindle. That's right. I read you like a Kindle. But not on like a iPad, on TV. I read books on Kindle on TV. That's right. One of them 2 meters TVs. That's how I read you like a pamphlet. True. True. I read you like I knew how to read. How about that? Okay, anyway. So I haven't used this strat the whole tournament. Hey, Casper, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. So I haven't used this strat the whole tournament. And I haven't even practiced it. And then I went 2nd scout. And this is where the copium started. Oh, he's getting all the sheep. The sheep were even the first 2 games, motherfucker. The sheep were even the first 2 games. Let me explain. Anotan, grab a iPad and write this down, okay? Let me teach you something, kid. Hold up. Actually, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm gonna draw it. These are like the cliffs in the middle, whatever, right? Listen. Listen. Sheep can spawn there, sometimes like there. There is nothing here. Okay. What is the best way to scout this map, guys? What is the best way to scout? Or this. Now, if opponent goes like this, it's an even game, right? If opponent goes here, I'm at an advantage. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I play China on King of the Hill and they have more vision. So if I go like this and I see his ass, I can turn and he doesn't know. So he's going to continue running down and then I mow down the whole map, right? But I said, that's pretty good. That's how I started playing China, right? So I said, okay, China will always have an advantage here because if I go like this, he goes like this, I can see him turn around, he doesn't know. But then I said, but what if I go like this and he goes like this? Then I get no value from having extra vision from Tang Dynasty, right? So I said, okay, how do we solve that puzzle? And I said, what if I go 2 scouts? And then... Look at this guy! Where are you going, AnoChad? Where are you going? Oh, sacre bleu! Meanwhile, look at this. Farming. Look at that. Two fucking scouts. Now, what does this mean? Watch this. I'm going in. What does this mean right here? What does this mean, chat? What does this mean? This means that his scout is not here. His scout is on the top side. So this guy is going deep. Okay? Because I should be seeing his scout right here. But it's not there. Which means that his scout is on the top side. Where's his scout? It's right there. So I am paying extra attention. I'm like zoned in on this scout to make sure. Look at this little turd sheep. To make sure I don't get bamboo. Look at this guy. Look at him. Oh la la. Oh la la. Oh la la. Ah. Oh. Game's over. Game's over. I saw him. Game's over. All I need to do is run this scout through. This scout intercepts him here, and he's fucked. That's it. It's over. He's cooked. He's getting burned. That's how cooked he is. And now he goes upwards. Oh la la. And you know what I do here? You know what I do here? This is the best part. You guys ready? This is the best part. I show him the scout. So he thinks this is where my scout is at. Oh my god. So he see. Look at this. So he's like, ooh, I'm gonna get all the sheep. Yeah, you're gonna get nothing. He doesn't know. Look at him. He's running behind me. Look at him. He's like, where the sheep? Oh, I'm so unlucky. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Beasty's so lucky with the sheep spawn. Look at my scouting. It's immaculate. Oh, he's so... They said he's so lucky. AnoChad didn't say that. Oh, he's so lucky. He got all the sheep. There's no luck, kid. It's a distraction. And look at that. Oh, man. Oh, man. And let me tell you. Let me tell you. There are 2 sheep in the middle. This is not the middle. This is the entrance. This is the entrance. There's nothing here. These are on the entrance. Okay? Gorge? Bro, don't worry, AnoChad. I'm gonna teach you how to scout on Gorge too, bro. Don't worry. That's why I'm here. The Elder are supposed to help the Pepegas. Okay? I'm gonna help you on Gorge too. Both you and Marine Lord. Damn, you got... I can't believe you both fell for it. You know what, AnoChad? I'll forgive you, okay? But Marine Lord watched these games, and he fell for the same thing. He watched these games, and then he played, and he fucking did the same thing as you did. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. So I push in these deer. And now, by the way, like, if I lose this game, I deserve to just fucking forfeit the tournament. Okay? Like, 17 sheep. Now, some matchups, you can actually win with that big of a fail, right? Like, if the tempo is not super aggressive, you can still win. But this matchup is like... I mean, also this map is all about the middle, all about the pro scouting. So, like, you're gonna just run out of food. I mean, he's almost out of food already. He's got 1 more sheep there, right? So, pro scouting. Now, my pro scouting was delayed. Well, not that much, I guess. His is also not super fast. But you should get pro scouting faster. But because I went for the stuff for the second scout, my stuff is a bit delayed. So I start pro scouting. Let's speed it up. Not much happens now. We're just pro scouting. We're just chilling. he's doing some harassment. This man-at-arms comes and fucks up my villager. And then kills my horseman, apparently. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm getting fucking butchered by this guy. So, I'm not sure, but I think I also got more deer. Because I yoinked a few of his. And now, I have full scouting, right? Like, I know all his units are here. And I'm sending all the scouts up, so he sends his units up. Why am I doing that? So that I can barbican on the middle. There is... So, someone asked yesterday, what would happen if he went to the middle? Why the fuck would he go to the middle? It makes no sense. He will send everything here, because this is the last deer that is on the map. It makes no sense for him to be like, yeah, I'm gonna just fucking ignore this and send everything to the middle. So, I'm building a barbican while we're fighting over this. I think I steal one more deer. This guy gets away too. Oh, never mind, he does not get away. And now barbican is completed. There's 2 players in this game. $4,250 food and 17 sheep. Sheep has 200 food, not 250. There's 2 players in this game, and one of us does not know there's a barbican in the middle. Uh-oh. Tries to build a tower. Psych. He goes for the relic. Pull the little boar. Get his prelat. And now I go some knights to, you know, do some harassment. I capture the sacred site, and we play King of the Hill. You know, we play for holding the sacred site, as you do. I think I took 3 relics this game. He went Burgrave, so even if he took 3, like, it doesn't really matter. Look at this micro. Look at this. Oh my god, bro. Who's this guy? Oh my god. Wow. How does he do it? Wait, how does he do it? Look at that. Wow. Oh my god, it's a destruction. Okay, that... So now, all I need to do is scout his unit comp and make counter units. Okay? I saw Anatan talking in the winner interview where he said he was confused to see all the other people were so bad. I don't think that was Anatan. I think that was Marine Lord. That doesn't sound like Anatan. But I haven't watched his winner's interview. But that does sound like Marine Lord. 14, thanks so much. 14 brass. X, thanks so much for 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. Thank you for believing in Cutie Patootie. Thank you guys. And welcome everybody. So now he does this push. And I look at his army, and it's basically just men-at-arms, right? Like a shit ton of men-at-arms. I had enough stone for a keep, because I was mining it back at home. But obviously I cannot drop it now, because it's just gonna get denied. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kite. Barbican's got a lot of health. So I garrison my villagers and the lancers, and I just kite with crossbows. Because I knew that because of the food situation, he's probably like out of food or soon to be out of food. So I was just like, even if he retakes this, it's not a big deal. It's kind of my point. Like, or not retakes, but even if he decaps it, it's not a big deal. So as he's pushing, it just men-at-arms, so I do some kiting. And when his units run through, look, the crossbows are dying to the Barbican. And as he runs through, I take out my units and I kill the rams. Still kiting here. So he decaps the sacred side, but then he loses the rams. He loses the men-at-arms. And if you look behind his base, he's got 5 food. I mean, he's on boar. And berries here, but yeah, like once that runs out, it's GG. Technically, I mean, you can say the same for me, but I still have probably like 2,000 food, if not more here. Like 3,000 food just here. And then not counting the boar berries here. So I have a lot more food to play with. And once I put down the keep, he can't use wood for farms. He needs to use wood for trebuchets. So it's... So then, the next map was a gorge. I mean, I'm revealing the scouting patterns. Like, again, guys, I have prepared for this tournament, okay? So, for King of the Hill, I don't even know if we're gonna have King of the Hill again, right? So it's like, I mean, even if people find out, like, I don't care. Like, there's a counter to everything. Now, let me teach you another thing.
Beasty!
Okay, AnoChad. Both you and Marine Lord. On Ladder Gorge, you scout like this. You scout like this. You go here, right? And then you see the opponent and you go left or right. But on EGC Gorge, there are no sheep on the middle. There's actually rarely sheep here even. That's how the map spawns. So, a lot of people go 2 scouts here. Not a lot. Some people go 2 scouts here. And I know you go 2 scouts here sometimes. So you know what the counter to that is? You scout like this. Watch this. This is the most efficient way to scout on this map. There is always sheep in the corner. Look. Always. There's always sheep in the corners. You see that? Always. And I figured this out. So you always go to the corner, you pick up the sheep, and the sheep have way higher chance. I don't know why, but the sheep don't really spawn here. Or even if they do, it's rarely. You see that? During this whole thing, there's 1 sheep. All the sheep are next to the fucking, like, sacred side downwards. So I just do corner, and then go upwards. And watch this. I saw you here, by the way, but you didn't see me. So, you took a sheep and you ran up. I saw you, but I was like, I don't think you saw me. So watch this. I just run. Usually, I would go towards the end and rotate and go like this. Right? I would go like this to clean up because the opponent's scout is on the other side. But because I saw you here, I assume you went here. I don't know where you went, actually. Yeah, you didn't see my scout at all. So I assumed, because of your scouting, you're gonna go like this. Because I wasn't sure if you saw me or not. What I did is I went around, and instead of going backwards, because I just saw you were there, I went upwards. And you just followed my scout the entire game. Nothing to do with luck. Because I know you... okay, so some people will say, yeah, but you saw him, he didn't see you. I would never scout like he did. Like, that's why I don't scout in that pattern. This is like the least amount of RNG. And whenever I played against... whenever I played practice, it was like almost dead even. Like 9 to 11, 10 to 10 sheep. When I practiced. And then in the semi, like against AnoChad and Marine Lord, they both fucked up on Gorge. And again, AnoChad, I get, because he didn't see me play on Gorge and scout this way. Marine Lord literally watched the games. And then he did the same mistake as you did. This is crazy. This is crazy. So... when I started going here, when I reached the middle and I saw sheep here, I realized that you had no clue that you did not see me. Because I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't think I saw the scout. I saw the sheep, but I wasn't sure. And when I saw here that there are sheep, I was like, oh, he probably backtracked in my path. So this is my scouting right now. This is AnoChad's. And now he's gonna follow my scout the whole way through. It's a gamble to scout the corner. If we meet at the market, you're fucked.
Beasty!
How am I fucked?
Beasty!
If I go here, I pick up like 4 to 6 sheep. We meet here. Let's say you took 4 sheep here. What are you gonna do? We can just both run to the middle and you have to pick. You're gonna go up or left. That's right, Gully. Because he scouted nothing. If he goes like this, he scouted this, which has no sheep. And then he found some sheep here. And then I scouted everywhere there's sheep. Then we go here and we split, right? He's gonna go up or go left, and I scouted more than you. That's it. That's it. So this is like not even taking in consideration that me as Deli, I don't have to go back and drop off the sheep. But I went straight to the market and you make this little trip? Yeah, but you didn't see my scout. Like, that's the thing. So I noticed this on Gorge a while back. And I just started scouting like this. And whenever I played Gorge on stream, even though ladder Gorge is different, I actually fucked up once and I scouted like this on stream. Because I actively try to remember to not do that and to just scout like this. Because ladder Gorge is different. So I didn't want to, you know. But EGC Gorge always is the same. There's always sheep in the corners. Yeah, this pattern doesn't make sense on regular Gorge. On regular Gorge, you want to go like this. You want to go towards the middle, and then if you see the enemy scout here, and you're here, you just go through, and you scout like this. Or if you're both on the same side, you can either choose to go left, or you choose to do a turnaround. So, you can do both. So yeah, this game, I was like, okay, that's very good. I got 17 sheep. And, you know, felt pretty good about it. I do think that sheep should be more randomized, because if the sheep were not always in the corners, maybe I wouldn't scout that way. Or if there was actually sheep in the middle. I think there should be sheep in the middle. That way, you know, you run to the middle like normal Gorge, but I don't know why, but it's made like this, and yeah. So here, he goes pro scouting, I go pro scouting, but obviously mine is a bit slower. I go for the sacred side caps. Now, playing against HRE is really hard, obviously, because it's a really, really strong civ. But, you know, if I get 17 sheeping and he gets 3, you know, 17 to 3 sheep makes it a lot easier. HRE was a hard counter to Delhi. I mean, that transition now, HRE counters everything now. It basically just beats everything, except maybe Rus and Jew sheep. So, yeah. Sheep should already be winning with sheep RNG is just stupid. I agree, but this was not sheep RNG. I agree with you. I've also had games where I get 1 sheep and the opponent gets 19 on like other maps, but this had nothing to do with that. What was the final sheep count? I had 17, he had 3. Well, plus 5 starting on each side. For ladder, is HRE or OTD better? I mean, HRE is a better civ for sure. I don't know, listen, what do I, like, that's my opinion. Like, if people disagree with it and they're like, no, it's just RNG, I mean, alright. It worked out for me. So here, I'm doing some pro scouting. He ages up. Dude, when I saw... By the way, when I saw this amount of units, I thought it was Burger. I was like, oh fuck, I'm getting burgered. When I saw the man-at-arms move across the map. I don't know if it was here. No, it wasn't here. Like for some, I didn't register Cathedral, and then when I saw this, I was like, oh fuck, am I getting burgered? And I was like, oh shit. So I have a lot more units, but obviously I need to age up to get crossbows. These guys I sent here to try to like get him away from my base, or at least split his units. So instead of fighting 8, I fight less men-at-arms. But I ended up losing a lot of them. Oh, more units arrived, okay. And for these, I don't think they killed anything, because I just pulled the scholars out. Okay, they killed 1 archer. And 1 villager. So you lost 5 men-at-arms for 1 archer, 1 villager. I mean, that's okay. And here I lost 3 vills, or 4 maybe? Yeah, 4 vills. So, not great, but I feel like if you get to castle with Delhi on somewhat equal footing in terms of, like, villagers, it's still not terrible because you have all the upgrades free. So it's like, you have a lot of free stuff, but then you gotta do something with it, you know? And yeah, he got 3 relics, and I think I got 2, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, right now the plan is, so if HRE goes mass men-at-arms, I feel like it's pretty all in. And I don't like doing that because you're left with a giga immobile army that can't really do anything. Like, it's only good for straight up fights, but it's only good for straight up fights until you get some crossbows, and then they're pretty useless in my opinion. Which is pretty funny because a lot of top players think like men-at-arms are just broken as hell. But in Castle, I think they're very underwhelming. Like, what are these men-at-arms doing right now? They can't even kill Ghazis. So, yeah. So now, the plan is, get some elephants, get the value from all the upgrades. Like, I knew I was gonna be ahead in eco objects and everything right now. Get control of the map, like just wall off so I can control the sacred sites for extra gold. And as long as I get like some elephants and just archer crossbow mass, I can just push him and kill him because the men-at-arms in the main fights are gonna be pretty useless, right? Like, right now, like, he's trying to transition out of his economy, right? Doing some harassment here. But because he's trying to transition, he's not producing units. He's going horseman now, but I feel like it's too late to harass. He does a men-at-arm harassment, which does a bit of damage. I try to do a little wall of law here. Not quite. And the thing is, I'm making like a death army that doesn't, like, it just counters everything that he has right now. So, I clean up these men-at-arms. I'm trying to wall both sides. Look at this. Look at the damage on the elephants, by the way. Ain't that crazy? Elephants are fucking... 81 charge damage, 51 melee damage, 26 spear. Look at this. Look at this elephant. Look at this elephant. I fucking love elephants. So now I go for a big push because A, he is either just transitioned to food, because earlier when I scouted he didn't, or he's like somehow going Imperial, right? Like, if he just skipped on units, but he kept making units, he just didn't have enough. And, yeah, right now I'm just going for a big push. He's making towers, so I thought he's actually aging up now, because I was like, oh, he's gonna make bomber towers. I saw that his army comp is just melee units, so I made a wall here. Because this looks funny, but this makes it so hard to engage into my army. Like, unironically. And... yeah, I think he didn't put stand ground here because his army is getting absolutely butchered. And I just see his army and I'm like, I mean, that's not enough. I just pulled all the scholars from my mosques. and I just went for it. Because, yeah, I felt like I could just end the game. And then I just manually healed the elephants whenever they get low. Just made some rams. And now we just go for a
older
push.
video you said don't go elephants Castle Age.
Well, things have changed, kids. Things have changed. Like I said, Delhi changed quite a bit, and I personally think Delhi is still one of the best civs. But if you look at this, let me show you guys. This is Delhi win rate in the tournament. Delhi has the lowest win rate with 17.4%. Which is kind of wild. Because I feel like people didn't adjust to the pro scout meta, how it affected Delhi. Because you gotta play Delhi. You can't play like the old Delhi where you're like, I'm gonna mass units and fucking kill the opponent, and then I'm gonna age up and go mass knights or mass meta-arms and I'm gonna win. You have to play it a bit different. So I feel like a lot of people played Delhi because like Delhi's good. That's what they know, right? But I feel like the style people are playing is kind of wrong. And yeah, I mean, now the farms are idle. He has no units, no production. I think I haven't lost a single elephant. And like, there's more elephants coming. Oh yeah, and there's like, I don't know what that was, keep, probably. 4 win for me? No, I think I went 1-1 with Delhi. I think I lost to Marine Lord once with Delhi, and then I won this one. But I thought I played Delhi more. But Delhi was banned quite often, I feel like. What is the winner of Jean and JD? I can show you guys. So, these are the tournament win rates. We just refresh to make sure it's all good. So, in order to look at win rates, you gotta understand what you're looking at, right? So, Jushi Legacy, 80% win rate. It only has 5 games played. And it has... Hold on. It only has 5 games played, but it has 70 bans. So, yeah. If JD was played more, it would have, you know, more games, but we can't play it because it's permaban. French is 12-5. JD is 6-3. And these bans are mostly coming from the last 4 players. I think out of 15 bans, probably like 10, 11, 12 were from the last 4 players. Because by the end, we kind of figured out French is really good. No JD bans. 1 JD ban. Played 9 times. Then you have Mongols. Mongol was played on Kerlagular and got a lot of free wins because of it, I feel like. So Mongol is not that good. It's like not played anywhere. I mean, it's only picked 15 times. Played, sorry, 15 times. Ottoman, again, it has good win rate, but most of the wins that it got was like on moving out, I'm pretty sure, and that's it. Rus is one of the best civs. It doesn't have a great win rate, but it has 34 bans. And I feel like earlier in the rounds, people didn't know how good Rus was, so it wasn't banned as much. And then the people who played it obviously didn't do well with it. But Rus is one of the best civs. HRE, one of the best civs, 38 bans. HRE was banned. Basically, the bans, the first 2 bans for both players would be Jushi plus HRE or Rus. Then you have Japanese. It has good win rate, but it's all water maps. OTD is mostly water maps. And then you have the rest. Like, Abbasid only played 11 times. English played 18 times. And then, well, Delhi, it's a destruction. I'm a bit surprised about Byzantine and China is this low, but China received a lot of bans too, 41. But the reason why French and JD are so high, like, if you look at French win rates, 12-5, 4 of those are my wins. And then 2 are Marine Lords and 3 are Vortexes. So it's like 3 of us literally have 9 wins out of 12. And then for JD, I am 4-0 with JD. Nobody played JD. Like, you have some players here that played JD, but they lost. Vortex, Louis, and me have wins. So I think JD was quite underrated. And JD is 6-3. 4 of those wins are mine. So that's why, like, looking at the stats, you gotta understand, like, what's happening there, you know? Do you like playing tournaments when the meta isn't figured out yet? To be fair, the meta is never figured out until the end of the tournament, I feel like. Like, until the very last moment, people are still figuring out stuff because it's constantly evolving. And in the tournaments, the meta evolves the most because that's where everyone is playing the most. The players focusing on different civs matter into that win rate too? The players don't focus on different civs. The players play all the civs. So, anyway, this was the last game, so it's 3-1 for me right now. He played Malian, I played HRE, and he went for a really fast tower, which I didn't really expect, to be honest. And I managed to destroy a house, and basically, in order to use this tower, he needs to make either mine gold or make a mill for sheep. So I kept like trying to poke to cause idle time. So even though I towered this gold, he still gets gold from it. He still gets like almost 2 workers worth of income from it. So yeah, he made a mill there, which is pretty smart. So he's just gathering sheep there. And now it just goes into pro scouts. But I went for mine work. And boys, mine work, it ain't bad. It ain't bad, let me tell you. I told you guys I've been cooking some stuff, and I think mine works really good. Not on every map, but this upgrade is really strong. This upgrade is really, really strong. +2 damage on Spearman in Feudal is crazy, because you go from 8 to 10 damage per hit. Not like against Cavalry, against everything. So it's very good. Also, Chapel here is pretty shit, because like, where do you put it? I mean, where do I put Chapel? Do I put it on this shit woodline? Or on like forward gold? Like, you don't really have good Chapel spawns. So now, he's trying to pro scout, I'm trying to deny it, and like, this is what the map looked like. I think this is part of the reason why I did well in this tournament and in this meta, because I think I'm pretty good with multitasking. So I'm like having spearmen everywhere. I'm pro scouting myself soon. I'm constantly keeping checks on and tabs on every single thing. And I'm basically trying to deny pro scout while I'm pro scouting myself. So that's kind of the name of the game, if you will. So, yeah, we're just running around. He's trying to get deer. I'm trying to get deer. So there's just action everywhere. And this tower is so nice because he gives me so much vision. Which is pretty cool. Love that. Love that. But yeah, there's just a lot of pro scouting. Eventually I just dive this with some units to kill it, so that he doesn't get the thing. Here, I kind of fucked up here. I should have... So I went here, but I should have kept my units at the tower and just killed this ram. So that was a mistake that I did. I didn't like that, because I could have kept this alive. Like, that ram died so fast. And now, because I lost it, now it's like he just gets the gold back. So I was like, eh. So I'm massing units, he's massing units. I'm about to age up. Making more production buildings. I'm going cathedral. And we're running around. He's harassing with some scouts. This one was pretty funny. Luckily I saw it. But, you know. So I'm upgrading my units. He's also aging up, but he has no cow boom. So this is already a pretty good position for me. I feel like this game, I had a pretty good advantage, but I kind of didn't do anything with it. So it's one of those things, it's like, I don't know if I necessarily threw or he just outplayed me, but I feel like I had the advantage and I didn't follow through with it immediately, which I feel like at this point I should be further ahead. But yeah, I wasn't. So now there's another cool upgrade that I want to show you guys. This one right here. Steel Barding gives your knights +2/+2. Which is really, really good. So, once you get this, I'll show you guys in a second. We do some fighting here. This game was just like, there's not much analyzing. We're just fucking fighting the whole time. From pro scouting to like now we're just denting into each other. But, so I see that his unicomp is just Sofa Archer, so I decide to make like a mass switch to Knights at this point. Which I should have probably done sooner, another mistake that I made. In the end, I got 4 relics. I think I got 4. Yeah, he got... Oh, psych. I think he got... Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I got 4 or 5. I can't remember. Which is a crap ton of gold income, obviously. So look at these knights. They got 8 arranged armor. And if you upgrade the melee twice, they have 8 melee armor, which is wild. Because Sofa's hit for 20 damage right now. So, he's only gonna hit my knights for 12, which is like pretty shit. And then the archers do 9 damage, but my knights have fucking 8 armor. So the only thing that does damage is 1 damage plus poison. So the knights are juicy as hell. I'm getting some farms, and also now, because I have Cathedral, I can just make prelates. Basically make my chapels everywhere, right? With the prelates. And now I feel like once I've started transitioning to farms, I got some towers, I got some Springle Tower upgrades. But once I get my farms going and stuff, and having prelates there, it's basically like having a chapel, right? Except they also have 2 cool upgrades. Doing some harassment. We go for a big push through the middle. I thought I'm gonna win here. Like straight up. But I guess the poison arrows do pretty well against the knights still. I mean, I am pushing through and it's like, you know, but it feels like it should have been better. Causing some idle time over here. Raiding with knights everywhere I can. Killing some stuff. Like, right now here, I have 22 workers. It's going to be all farms. And I have 3 prelates just inspiring. So it's like, if I had a chapel, farms basically. Got some villagers there. The gold income is really, really good. I have 0 on gold and I have 400 gold per minute. But I'm going to start mining here now. And, yeah. I mean, I'm just massing everything right now. Knights are running everywhere. Like, the whole time, I was just, like, harassing here, harassing there. He was doing run-bys at the same time. At this point, I just dove in, because he was, like, kept running away. So I just dove in and killed his cows. No beef, you know? And, yeah. Just kept making them... Look at this, 20... Now we're approaching, like, serious knight numbers. And he doesn't really have, you know, a hard counter for it. Obviously, he has poison arrows, but, you know, that ain't it, chief. 23 knights. I do a little run-by on this side. And I'm like, okay, let's just capture the sacred site. And let's just go for it. So with the kiting, you can see how much damage they're just not taking, the knights. Right? So now it's like, even though he's kiting and microing well, there's just too many knights doing work. So it doesn't really work. And his army kind of gets cleaned up. Still doing the run-bys. And, yeah. I kill more cows. I push away his villagers. Because I knew he was going to be eating cows. Because he has to eat them in order to rebuild the ranches. So I just went for that. And I found all the villagers. I just ran around. Meanwhile, the middle was getting pushed again. More idle time. Boom, kill the cow. And now it's just like making rams, and I was just like, oh, fuck it. Because I kept diving thinking I'm gonna end the game, but he kept surviving, so now I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's just make the rams and just destroy, like, building slowly. Basically. And, yeah, I mean, my income is really, really good right now. 1.7k gold per minute is crazy good. Food is also very good. I have the relics. And, yeah. Now I got some crossbows. I think this was the last fight. Yeah, I have more units running in here. That's gonna be a destruction. And then here, there's just too many. I mean, this is where I knew it, like, okay, it's over. Because he has nowhere to go. Like, he can't kite anymore. So he just has to stand in and take the fight, which obviously ain't working out too great. So, boom, that hit. Hey, Tata. What's up, Tata? And GG gets called. Hey, Tata. What's up? GG Dog and Cutie Patootie are victorious. Thank you. Thank you for joining. But that's it. So that was a 4-1 versus AnoChad. And the next series we'll be going through is going to be the grand finals, the rematch. Cutie Patootie Booty Tutti Fruity versus Baboon. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about preparation for the tournament. Okay, in the next one I'll talk about preparation for the tournament. Okay, in the next one, I forgot. There's some special tricks involved there. I just want to say it again. Like, I'm going to say this in every video just so people are aware. Regarding me in tournaments, so this was a concept that I wanted to try. As you know, or may not know, last year, no offline practice or like outside of the stream. So this year I said, okay, let me try to see if I can be a content creator and a competitor if I just, instead of streaming 6, 7, 8 hours a day, what if I streamed 3 to 4, or let's say 3 to 5, and then I practiced 2, 3, maybe 4 hours offline. Can I win a tournament like that? The answer is yes. So this year I will be competing in every what's it called? In every S tier tournament, and I'm gonna continue to do the same thing like I did now. I'll practice off of stream, and then on stream I'll just do content and stuff like that. In between the tournaments, like the next S tier tournament I think is in 2 months. So for the next 2 months, we're just gonna be like, you know, doing normal stuff. FFAs, guides, chilling, streaming. So I'm not going to be having offline practice because there's no tournament. In order for me to practice for something, you need to know what the maps are going to be. You need to know the new changes in the patch. I mean, I don't know when the DLC is coming, but if the DLC is coming before the new tournament, then you got to know the civs and all that. So we're going to be making content in between the tournaments. And here and there, I'll participate in the KP weekly tournaments, and I'm going to be playing in one this week. So that's the plan. And there is the One Trick Pony Clash. So basically, each player, this is what Mareka and I are organizing. Basically, this is a tournament. It's a single elimination tournament. 16 players. I think it's best of 5, best of 5, best of 7, best of 7. I might be wrong. I'm not actually sure on the details. But, oh, there we go. Best of 5, 7, yeah, okay. So each player will choose a civ for the entire tournament, okay? But one player can, 2 players cannot play the same civ. So the way it's going to work is the players will be sorted by ATR, which is all-time tournament ranking. And the player that is lowest seed, so which means seed number 16, will be picking the first civ. So seed number 16 will say, I don't know who that is, but let's say he's going to say, I want to play Jushi Legacy whole tournament. Boom. He plays only Jushi Legacy for the whole tournament. Seed number 15 says, I want to play A3 whole tournament. Boom. He's playing only A3 for the entire tournament. Okay? So that's how it's gonna go. And basically, Marine Lord and I will have the last picks. So Marine Lord and I will most likely be stuck with like Japanese, Mongol, Ottoman, or Abbasid or something like that. Why are we doing this tournament? This tournament will not affect tournament rankings for the players. It's just a fun tournament. So the way it's going to work is, you know, it's just for fun. Like, just to... I wanted to see this kind of tournament. Can the Civ beat the player, is the question. Can some of the lower seeded players beat the top players by playing better Civs than we are? And I think it's going to be interesting to see. Maps are not announced yet. Again, I don't know what they're going to be. But basically, you're going to have, like, I don't know, like fucking Vortex versus Core. You know, and Core is going to play HRE and Vortex is going to play, like, I don't know, Mongol. And it's like, can Vortex beat Core's HRE with Mongol in a best of 5? And every map they play is the same matchup. It's just different maps. We're going to try to have different maps so that, like, we don't have only land maps, because then it's just gonna, like, some civs are just gonna be screwed. So we are gonna put like hybrid maps and maybe like a water map, so that civs like Japanese and stuff have some kind of chance to do something. Because it's just all land maps, then Japanese is gonna get fucked, right? So then if you pick civs like, you know, like Mali or Byzantine or I don't know, like something like that, it's like, it's great on land maps, but it's not that good on water maps, you know? So there's some kind of balance. Like also Rus, right? Great on land maps, but it's actually not that good on water maps anymore. So, yeah. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I think once we do the drafting, which player's going to play what, players, you're probably going to see those players just play that Civ for like a week straight to like practice and try to figure out what the meta is. It's not for, you know, crazy amounts of money. First place is 450, but I think it's a fun tournament. So there it is. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I want to thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. If you're watching this on Twitch, let's keep going.